So, welcome down to a shorty session. I'm just playing a few, shorty session means like 2 hours. I expect to do a barbecue in 2 hours, so until then I have some time to spend, which means I play some Assassin's Creed, obviously. That's for the introduction of this streaming session. Other than that, yeah, have fun. Damn. Seems I need to go down. Even though there's a lake in between.
Pennachte, hier in Bär, wie?
Hemset her au yes. Gehes.
Ooh. A lot of alligators in this. Ooh. I think it's not a good idea to swim in the lake in Egypt. Or something in between Egypt and Greek. I don't even know where I'm at. Advice, if you're in that area, don't jump into lakes and swim around. Or rivers, or whatever. Please be sure that the water is free of danger before you do shit like that. Said it and ignored my own warning right away. Great, okay, come on. What? Really. 200 is like nothing currently. So let's see what the quests are available. 23 and 22. Seems like we're doing this now. Oh, I'm even in the right area. Cool.
ستياري ناد
Whoa.
تعامري رداد هرسية الشيء سمعه
Whoa.
Memphis.
I should speak to Pasharemta right away. He's likely at the Great Temple.
Oh ho! Medjay!
It just fell down. Too cool.
Memphis. It is beautiful. But it stinks of the battlefield. Or a tomb.
Yeah, this is Memphis. And I guess we try to do this quest and maybe I get to one of the 3,000 in between, just I don't know, just like this.
Ay position gerek
Medjay! Come here!
What does this boatman want?
Medjay! Come and sit with
Yeah,
me.
how about what are you doing, by the way? Why is it unavailable?
Over here! I have a proposition. Medjay, I am talking to you.
I know, but sit. Okay.
Would you accept me as a traveling companion? I will take a new title. How about Tutmose the Fearsome?
I travel alone.
Of course. Have you heard about the palace? Crocodiles swarm its halls. Terrible. So many deaths. I am hired to slaughter the beasts, but someone is pouring blood into the water to frenzy them.
And you want my help?
Yes, yes. You will shrug off a crocodile's jaws as most men would a gnat's. Kill crocodiles near the palace and I will award you half my fee. What do you say, Medjay?
I am good at killing crocodiles.
I knew I could count on you. Medjay the mighty, Medjay the majestic, Medjay the... Never mind. There is a hidden cave near the city's northern limit. Meet me there tonight. Wait. Cave rhymes with brave. Missed that one.
Did you say kill crocodiles?
Neck! The crocodile god himself would cause less chaos. They are far more aggressive than usual.
Oh no, right into the water. Test? What are you testing, gentlemen?
This pile of dead
Now I call you
crocodiles should
gentleman.
be high enough to place two
Devil?
pose. Pile. Crocodile. Ah, oh no. He's rubbing off on me.
Are you testing something specific, like whether you are hurt or... Ah, test means greetings, okay. That's a new one.
Simba Ow. Herkawad.
I've seen that you finished Dungeons 2. I was a bit there with half an eye while I went away and came back, I think. When I came back you finished Dungeons 2. Yeah, I think you put in okay as a judgment. Yeah, and okay usually means obviously you can play it but slow. Not slow, but... Oh, you changed it? Good, okay. So the last level kind of pulled you down a bit and then you thought about it and said, ah, it wasn't that bad.
Ready?
Yeah, a lot of the simulations have that, I mean... Just...
Hey! What's wrong with you? Hey! Get over here right now!
Where are the fucking caves below the palace? No clue. And it usually means that maybe heat and the pacings pulled you down a bit, and you know, sometimes I'm harsh when ending a game too, but all in all it's not that bad of a game.
Next shadow?
I have no clue where the caves below the palace are. Wait, speak to him at night. I mean, first I need to find the caves.
Nichero!
What?
Heresy is a shit. Shedid?
Caves below the palace. Thanks for telling me nothing. Maybe I need to kill the beasts because the entrance to the caves is below. Or maybe this dude is just an idiot who likes to toy around. No expectations. Maybe I hate this guy. Meh yourself.
That's it. What was it you were?
I'm right a minute before looking it up where the entrance to the caves is. Because it's so ridiculous. Oh. Found it.
Hello, hello. Come back later when the sky is...
Let's make the sky dark. I think you wrote okay with Jedi Knight.
Oh, I am struck dumb.
First Jedi
What
Knight,
I see before me.
by the way.
The palace grounds are choked with Sobek's dead.
Did you see? In the pool, human body parts used to
We had
lure the crocodiles.
kind of
Oh,
some
what horror.
okayish games in the
why?
last
Oh, who knows why
weeks,
evildoers do
days,
evil?
I don't know.
I came just in time to see two
I
people
just-
loading bodies onto boats and riding away.
Got some
I will
impression.
put a stop to this mischief.
Of course you will. And as your loyal companion, I will point you toward the mischief makers. One went toward the palace, and the other was headed for the mummification temple. Here is half
Yeah.
as
You
promised.
got a few grades in there
Meet you
too.
back at my boat.
But I've seen a few. Okay, yeah,
One day, I
Postal.
met an
Yeah, that's right.
all-powerful
Postal and Jedi
Jedi
Knight
who
at
kept
the
the
case.
crocodiles away. Wait, do those rhyme?
Doom is truly great. I mean, I think Doom 3 has the only flaw, if you want to point out flaws, is that Doom 3 is right between Doom 2 and Doom 2016. And compared to these two, yeah. But still, I mean, there's even a thing where Doom 3 is better than all of the other Dooms, which is the real horror atmosphere, the real, because Doom 1 and 2 is more or less an arcade game. I mean, there's nothing really scary about the first one or two Dooms. And Doom 2016 got into the action again. I mean, the Doom 2016 is more of a splatter action arcadey game. Doom 3 is really like what a horror game should be if you wanna make a horror shooter. And obviously the engine for the time was amazing. Fear. Fear still has a good story. I mean, I wouldn't say Fear is a horror shooter. Fear is more of that arcadey style. Fear back then when it came out, obviously. I mean, not with the modern eyes. But when it came out, it had a real cool approach to direct action, to a good, fast-paced shooter. Yeah, I'm sure it wanted. I mean, Blood 2 wants to be a horror shooter too, but it's really more like this relaxed splatter scenario where you don't take anything seriously. I think Blood 1 is even more horror than Blood 2. And yeah, Fear is Monolith. Kind of share. I mean, Fear goes in a better direction there, but still it's... You see that it's Monolith. They are more fun shooter dudes. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Get out of the way!
I mean, think about... Think about Fear in comparison to the other Fears. I think Fear 1 was even best. Fear 3, I don't even talk about Fear 3. And Fear 2 did a bit too much storytelling without even knowing what it wanted to tell you. Not that it was horrible, but... Oh, you wanted to go mage style, didn't you? You really need to start over in Arcs? What is the issue in Arcs? Can't you get kills in with melee or? Yeah, the two, I think it was brothers, wasn't it? I mean, the idea of Fear 3, I don't have too much issues, but the whole game was... It just contained nothing special. I don't know much about Fear 3 anymore. I mean, I remember that you got out of prison with the two brothers, and in the end you got... The target was to get to the girl, which was her mother or whatever, I don't know anymore. Something like that. Ah, you said you have some... And is it... Do you need to get a lot of hits in to kill? Or is your durability going down that much? I mean, 60 durability doesn't sound that much, honestly. But I mean, I agree, magic is the far better approach in Arcs. What did I want? Ah, wait, I wanted abilities. I think I have... Ah, I was under the impression I have 3. To get the overpower fury. In the end, I don't. Four Akbar monks. Do you mean the ones at level 4, 5? I don't know, which try to sacrifice whatever, where you interrupted the ritual. Akbar monks. Ah yeah, it was that, yeah. Yeah, okay, I mean, I think I sneaked up on them and killed them one by one. And it kind of, but I mean... For me it was really like, I think 2 fireballs and 1 hit with some dagger or whatever, and maybe even less. I mean, it all depends, but yeah. So I think I can't compare my experience there. Of course the fireball is just So hugely overpowered. Arx is an amazing game. I mean, like I said, if they would just release an extension to the world or somehow some more quests, whatever, I would immediately, I mean, they don't even need to give me another engine, just extend the game. I would throw money at them. The game was really good. The whole atmosphere, I mean, it was, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously we talk about the Libertatis engine, the port of the original source code, but yeah. So everything works with modern stuff. I think the original engine has some obvious flaws, but Libertatis is really just the original source code and extended to modern stuff, so... I guess we could say Libertatis is the original engine. It's also something, you know, something where I kind of like the developers, you know, they just... Here's the source code, do with it what you want, it's always nice. Even though they only concentrate on Dishonored currently, which is kind of the same shame like Crystal Dynamics only concentrates on Tomb Raider and doesn't give a shit about Soul Reaver anymore.
Clear the way! Get out of my way! Yeah!
On the other hand, you would need a good story writer to continue the Soul Reaver stuff. I don't know whether Amy is still available. I mean, she obviously doesn't do Uncharted anymore. Since she said that the Soul Reaver is kind of her best work, I guess if there was the idea, I guess she would be part of it, but... I mean, she would be available. She would be willing. What we need is someone who sells the idea to Square Enix, like... Release some money. Throw some stacks in our face and then... Then another Soul Reaver will happen. In such a way that Square thinks they can do a lot of money with it. And then we get some DLC shitted Soul Reaver approach. MMORPG. Thinking about it again, maybe they shouldn't release another Soul Reaver.
Memphis, you tremble with the pangs of execration. Memphis, the city of the ancient gods, the city of dynasties born now.
Wehes.
Still. And I think about Soul River, really, what I really would want is something in the Soul River 1 style, just finished. You know, not half of the features not implemented and the other half not used. More like all of the initial ideas in kind of the style of the original Soul River. One can only dream. No! Oh, you idiot. Such an idiot. Such an idiot.
Headed to Thebes? Mine is the fastest barge on the Nile.
You know, like in Soul River, like you don't need a single of these optional spells. I mean, there are like 12 spells or whatever in the game, hidden in secret areas. You don't really see them without exploring, or you don't really find them, but you can find them and use them. But they're absolutely without any purpose in the whole game. And when I read about the original ideas of the, I mean, could have been really, really. No. No. Not what I want. No, Debba, you misunderstood. Not FPS. I want the classic action-adventure style, the classic... Yeah, Soul River and Shadowman are the real only examples which come into mind, because in this style there aren't really that many games now that I think about it. I mean, I'm sure if you do a Soul River and FPS style with a good sword mechanic like you kind of thought about in some time ago, you know, how to implement a good sword game, it would really get some eyes onto you.
You are not repugnant.
Hail, Pure One.
May your heart be joyful, Magi.
Joy is scarce while Memphis chokes on the scent of the grave. I am here to discuss Pasherenptah's complaint at the informant table.
Indeed. We seek a capable person to investigate this tomb. Most are too fearful of the demons within to enter.
But demons would fear a priest. Why not investigate yourself?
I am a vessel of the gods. I contribute through prayer.
Then I will face the demons. Pray that your faith shields me.
Oh, Lilith.
Tar grants you safety.
Let them not remain
motionless. Politics.
Let them not remain motionless. Let them not corrupt. They move not, they stir not. Be it done for them as for Osiris. I am Osiris.
They move not, they stir not. Be it done for
Yes,
them as for Osiris. I am Osiris.
Osiris, they move not. That's good. It's really good. Oh, I'm still interested in. I don't know whether I want to get a original PS2 running, or whether I want a good emulator where I can play Shadowman 2. I mean, problem is that the textures are warped of the in emulation. But getting, maybe I can ask. I know of someone who has a PS3 which is compatible to PS2 games. Of course, I don't know a single one who has a PS2.
You cannot outrun me!
Mine now. Useless to run, dog. Got you now.
You got a PS2? And you don't know of Shadowman 2 or haven't played it? Or is it not available in your country? I don't know about Shadowman 2. Well, it was. Nah, Shadowman 2 had a European product. It should be available. Other sorts of games. Yeah, I played that on PC. Guilty Gear X2 and Izuka. It was only available as Japanese product, wherever I got that from. But I played it on PC. Mainly my introduction to Guilty Gear, the X2. I mean, Izuka basically was the same, only with some Streets of Rage mode, I guess, but yeah. Guilty Gear. Really great.
I can hardly breathe. The source of this poison is closer than before. Departed. Forgive my violation of your rest. Grant that I may
Mainly
pass
the super huge sprites and that every character really plays out different, you know, and it still works as a beat 'em up was amazing in Guilty Gear. I mean, it's not like some completely disbalanced beat 'em up where everything is greatly designed but doesn't work as a game.
sound. Not because of the smell. In offering to chase the smell, someone has been here recently.
I still
Someone
like
who
Guilty
does
Gear.
not fear demons. What in the name of the gods is that foulness? I should trace it to its source. They are rotted. This is a crime against the dead. Yeah. The flesh is decayed. But the wrappings are still intact.
Yeah, Guilty Gear was rather fast-paced, but I mean the main difference, I mean Mortal Kombat is super fast-paced too. But the difference is... What's the difference? Mortal Kombat was more into the bloody stuff and was more grounded in that matter, while Guilty Gear really had some interesting ideas on movement. Mortal Kombat has air mobility with moves. You outed yourself as someone who doesn't know Mortal Kombat, right? It was just not the same. I mean, I think you didn't have... I mean, you didn't have an air dash in Mortal Kombat or something like that. You had to do that with moves, obviously. Ah, yeah, was different. No, wait, was it? I mean, it's right that there was no blocking in air, definitely. But you had a rather large move base, which was really specialized on air. I mean, especially from, I mean, let's not talk about Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 because it was still rusty, but with Mortal Kombat 3 and 4, it really became a bit more playable in that matter. I mean, Mortal Kombat 3 had a lot of combos which were air-based too. Which were really part of the game. But yeah, I agree that in most Western fighting games, or I mean Street Fighter 2, so 2. So actually, yeah, in most of the modern or popular fighting games, air was something to be avoided.
Blessing them at priests.
I just think about, I mean, there was... In Mortal Kombat, there was later on they introduced an air throw. So that's why I say, I mean, they included air more and more, definitely, but... It just wasn't the same, I mean, yeah, that's still true. And the dodging, I mean, this dashing and dodging was superb, yeah. Was mainly because, I mean, you couldn't just, you know, dash forward. I mean, it wasn't that as it is in Guilty Gear. I think with shoulder buttons or with some other buttons on keyboard, obviously. I played it with keyboard back then. You could dash forward and you could dash backward as well when you've seen, okay, that's really not a good approach. So you had a real huge freedom in Guilty Gear to move in air. Which was kind of interesting because you could place a fast-paced attack and then kind of retreat fast and yeah.
Exposed to no one.
And this all with just jump and shoulder buttons or whatever. I mean, it controlled naturally, which is kind of not that easy to do. Down there. I mean, it's always amazing when not just the concept is right, but it also controls super good.
I do not need your services. I'm here to inspect the temple.
You are no priest. In whose name do you dare profane our grounds?
In the High Priest's name. Prove this by messenger if you wish.
Ah, yes. Poor Bashiremta. The curse weighs heavy on us all. I have had 2 embalmers run off since it began. Only untrained laborers are free to take their place. Such course, fellows. I hope to discharge them soon.
I look forward to meeting them.
Anubis is my bearer, for he who loves me to rest is the god in lion form. The gods say, behold the Lord and his flood.
Hail in peace. I wish to...
See, the shoulder is fastened upon his neck.
Do you have a
Your face is that of a hound whose nostril sniffs at the covert to which my feet convey me.
That is a little unfair. I have never seen eye to eye with priests.
The god saves me.
Is this salt you are working with?
Not salt. Natron. It dries out the body, and it fries my hands to shit. I have got burns all over. Although, they have been better lately.
Has the natron changed somehow?
The texture has been a little off. Powdery. They must be getting it from a new supplier. If you want to talk Natron, Menobek is the expert.
If natron is used to dry the bodies, there may be something wrong with the natron. I should speak to the worker out back.
This is kind of a good investigation, yeah. Randomly stumbled upon a quest which is kind of not that bad.
These bodies are dried with natron?
Who might you be?
A temple inspector.
Right. About time you got here. Memphis has been stinking of rot for months.
I suspect a problem with the natron. Where does it come from?
Not far from here. Guarded by good men near the canal. Watch out for crocodiles.
And lizards.
Did you say lizard?
It means something to you.
I've heard it whispered in taverns. Rumors only.
If you have nothing of substance to offer, I will be leaving.
Wait. I can tell you this. Our natron is tainted. It is mixed with sand. Go to the warehouse just north of the Great Temple. The gods be with you.
So the mummies rotted due to the tainted natron. Let's see what is in this warehouse he mentions.
Hopping. I'm back.
Do you remember a Sega SimCity style game called Children of the Nile? I have good memories of that.
Here is the warehouse. I need to be careful.
Just random piece of information now that I play an Egypt-based game. Yeah, it was really like a settlement build-up game, you know. Yeah, Wonder Boy and Monsterland 3 is exactly the same style of game. Comparable, I say.
Only the guilty aim to disgrace the innocent.
May the gods be kind!
Salt is cheap. There must be more than gold to your crime.
Gold had nothing to do with it. A priest in a blue sash brought my orders. He did this to me. He threatened to do the same to my daughter. I brought foulness on this city, only to protect her. I swear it! Please!
Help me, and I will end this.
Here! I kept it. Take it!
I'll send this writer to the Devourer.
I mean, maybe...
The seal
I don't
of
know whether
Olympus.
Children of the Nile is available in GOG,
Priest
but
sabotaged the Natron. The letter mentions a bandit cave. I will go clear out this viper's
maybe you
nest
can
once and
get...
for
I
all.
mean, you can get impressions on YouTube too, I guess. That was really cool. Obviously, I mean, city build-up simulations, at some point they tend to get the same. I mean, it was mission-based, so more of a mixture between... I guess it went a lot in the direction of Caesar or Pharaoh for that matter, because Pharaoh obviously also Egypt-based. Thanks for a picture of Wonder Boy and Monster World. Whatever the reason for that is. Here's my Discord, here's my Discord. Oh. The left one is cool. Really cool. Good render. Wonder Boy and Monster World would be a good filler to play. Wednesday and Thursday I'm not... At least Wednesday evening I'm not at home. So when I want to stream there, if it's possible with the internet there, I need to do something smallish. Mainly because Assassin's Creed doesn't run on my laptop.
I guess some naked here that was listening after all.
The Devourer waits for your heart!
And it was in the Genesis collection, I remember. I even wanted to stream it once, but kind of didn't come to
Those
it.
lost want you forever.
Even though Wonder Boy is a very grindy game.
My art will judge you in the
Except you.
afterlife.
Play it like a god. Let's play it like a god. Let's be good.
Memphis is dead and sleep peacefully now.
I only say God of War 2 in Titan mode. Most horrible of all experiences. Only matched by God of War 1 Save Your Family.
Numinous Neo-Gedeon?
23. Too. What is that supposed to mean? Do you wanna see it again? Actually, I say God of War, the latest one, let's call it God of War 4, is a bit harder. It only if played casually on Give Me God of War difficulty. Thing is that God of War, the latest, can get easier if you put in the grind time. Something which is really not possible with the God of Wars before. Because obviously you have upgrades in God of War. The beginning can be quite harsh, but as soon as you get your first upgrades or upgrade possibilities, God of War, the latest one, gets more or less playable.
Hello, friend. Bread for your sweetheart?
No, thank you. Why do you speak a curse under your breath?
I still wish they would have had more of the epic encounters. I mean, the battles against Baldur in God of War in the latest, especially the first, like they introduced it, was amazing. It was really like I want a God of War game. Like you just get thrown into the fight and then you start punching him and he's flying through the scenery and yes, it's just so good.
Would be a strike against Ptolemy, however small. And her bread smells delicious.
Sadly, they didn't do that a lot. In the main game, like 95% of the game, every fucking small zombie could just kill you in 2 hits. And you were like, what? I just grabbed the 3 and just smashed it into the face of Baldur and he couldn't do a thing. I just got punched by Baldur and he smashed me into the rocks and I stood up again and laughed at him. And now there's this ugly beast of whatever it is and I can't kill it because I'm playing on the hardest difficulty.
Could that be the man the baker is looking for?
That's really, that was, yeah. I think God of War should try to get into a series of god fights. Just god fights, because I mean Baldur at the end was still pretty hard, but it was more a pattern approach and boss encounters in God of War were always great. While as the smallish enemy encounters were always like, why are these smallish enemies so strong?
People of Memphis, look on this wretched man and beware. If you do not pay your taxes...
You are the taster?
Get a move on, finish the car.
Oh, who's shooting me the whole time? shoot my vehicle.
You brought back my
Taste.
taster.
This man has something to tell you.
Well,
Teta, I love you,
what?
and I uncovered a plot to poison the Lady Timehotep, beloved of the High Priest.
What?
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 Lady Timehotep loves our cakes and bread. For 5 years we have delivered them to the Great Temple. But yesterday, I overheard the guard say that this week's cakes had been poisoned.
Have they been delivered?
I don't know. They'd be in the garrison if not.
Then I will have to move quickly.
This is all too much for me.
I'm going to kill myself.
Would you like to sit down?
No, I need to think.
Of course, love.
Hush.
Halt! Stay there! Hey, what?
Basket of cakes. I got here in time. Now to make sure they will not poison anyone.
Oh!
Another basket of cakes. These need to be destroyed too.
Stun died. Oh, good. I like it.
That is the last of the cakes. Timehotep is safe now.
اسمعوا جدي عنك.
Nice position, Gere.
Hey!
Hey now! Die, idiot!
What? Who are you and why do you have something against me here? Where did I want to go by the way? Yeah?
Magi! Catch that little good for nothing! Hurry! Every Schwarzenegger around here thinks they deserve a handout.
The farther you run, the worse it will go between us!
Oh. Don't climb every fucking building.
How can a child so small run so fast?
Now! I'll kill you!
Punch them in the teeth!
Did you bring me here to get rid of these bandits?
Sure did. I'm extremely smart. Everyone says so.
How did a smart boy like you get tricked into working for bandits?
I don't work for them. This mean old lady locked up a bunch of us kids. She makes us steal for her.
Locked up?
Yeah, my sister was going to save us. And she said to meet her in the shipyard by the river. But she never came. Will you look for her? I'll steal you an apple.
Hey, you don't need to buy my help. It is yours for free. What is your sister's name?
Kawit. And mine's Ifri. If you find Kawit, tell her I'm mad at her.
That ship will not sail anytime soon. The ship was dry docked when it caught fire. Traces of oil. Oil cellar. You may have seen Kawit. There's the mast from the burnt ship. Colorful sail. Unusual. They kept the children caged. Must have been a blaze to make Ra jealous.
Yes. They say the ship caught fire in the harbor last night.
Know how it happened?
No. I am just here to repair it.
What?
I'm still missing one. What could be? I mean, there's only this one to talk to.
Must have been a blaze to make Raj jealous.
Yes. No, I am just...
Which clue am I missing? Oh, can you please? No, he's only jumping down again. Asshole. Ah, here. Okay.
Keep your distance.
Break your face.
Easy now. Did you see a young girl around the shipyard yesterday?
I see lots of girls. Most not worth looking at twice.
They would likely say the same of you.
If it is information you want, you have just tripled its price.
I'd rather throw my coin pouch in the river.
Get away from here before you break something.
There must be another way to make him talk.
Back off, I tell
Some
you.
men only answer to the language of violence.
I will tell you about the girl. Just do not break anything else. By the limbs of Osiris, you are a cruel man.
What happened with the girl?
I looked at her twice. The second time, she was stealing my biggest jar of oil. She vanished like a demon in daylight. When I came back, the ruffians were destroying my stock. May the lot of you sink to the bottom of the Nile.
I think I understand what happened here. Gawit stole an oil jar from that oaf of a merchant, then hid until nightfall. Under cover of darkness, she spread oil on the ship and set it aflame. The blaze spread to the whole vessel. While the ship burned, Gawit freed the children held on the docks, but the bandits must have caught her. Whoever owns this ship was responsible for the kidnappings. Child hiding. And there's that colorful sail. Bandits are out searching for the child.
Target is in my range! Alarm! Follow
This
me!
fucking captain again.
I am a shot! I can hit him! I have him!
Oh, dudes. This arrow concept, really. The archer concept in this game is horrible, that they always have like 15 archers around. Maybe it's not that much. But you just can't go into a good fight just by dodging or whatever, because there are always archers
Bandits are out searching for the child.
in the back.
I should be cautious around here.
He must die! You will pay, corpse! Alarm! Over here!
Actually, like before.
Over here! Come on! Watch where you point that thing!
Yeah, like they can fucking just do nothing and prevent damage. And even attack you at the same time. Or like this.
Kill you for that!
At least as long as there are no archers, it's bearable. So yeah, you went for a shower, cool.
I need to talk to that child.
That's always cool. Shower. Took a shower today too, mainly because I had an interview later, but still good. So where is the child? Oh, hello. Oh, I can improve something. Ranged damage. Yeah, why not?
Your brother sent me here. Where is Kawit?
They took her and everyone else to a house in the city. Some rich lady named Gaia owns it. It's by the temple of Hathor. Will you save my family?
By the Mother Goddess, I will.
I mean, now that you have multi-layered or multi-node quests, I say, the only thing which is missing in the quest design, aside from the writing, of course, I mean, they could have a bit more interesting writing, but leaving the other side would be to have some different quest approaches or something where quests can lead to different outcomes and whatever. Of course, this is just a linear series of nodes here, I mean, really not more. There's always the same thing happening, I mean, you can do it or not, okay, but other than that, not much more. Yeah, it is mainly the same, only that you are sent to get an item child, free something, whatever the task is, and from there get sent to the next follow-up task. That is the change in the quest system here. Or not, I think they had it before, but here it's really obvious that most of the quests go that route. Which is cool, because follow-up story also is something like that. Included. But like I said, I mean, since it all leads to the same result all of the time. Yeah, but it was still linear most of the time, wasn't it? I mean, yeah, that's a cool thing to mix up quest structure. But if there would be a choice or something, or... No, I think in Witcher... No, you had choices in Witcher where quests lead to different results. No, you actually had some... Because, I mean, you had, for instance, in the one big side quest with the ghost in the tower, you could lead her to the other guy, and then she would change and everything turns shit. And it even the consequences of single quests lead to different story points later on. I mean, Witcher 3 really is... Yeah, I mean, if you have 1,000 quests in your game, obviously you don't do 1,000 super complex quests. Some quests can be like, yeah, I need a mushroom. I mean, but here it's really every quest is linear. There's not a single quest which is not linear. And this is a thing which I think is missing from this game. They should allow for a more complex quest design. Would make it more interesting. And it's not all that hard, obviously.
Hey.
You would need some more investment in... Of course you need the people who write this, you know.
Right on.
Hey! Over here! Come, brothers! Over! I see you!
I mean, it's such a huge improvement that the battles are actual battles here and not press button shown on screen. You win.
I do not have the key to your cell.
Then go get it from one of those sunstruck house of bandits. The key.
this fact alone is making this one of the best Assassin's Creed since the first.
This must be the key to Kawit's cell. I've got the key.
Live forever. Did Nessim knew?
No, young did.
One of the things why I still like Assassin's Creed 1 is one of the best is not, I mean, Assassin's Creed 1 had a real bad climbing mechanic because it was super slow. It had a real bad quest design because super repetitive, whatever. But the battles were so good. I mean, they were mainly focused on blocking and then counter killing people. I mean, I haven't killed a single person there by attacking him. I really only went for counter kills. Yeah, obviously not, since I'm not a sneaking fan, but... Here... Do you lead me through your palace? Yeah, can we... Yeah, but they make no sense in an open encounter. Assassin's Creed 1, the battle system is super focused on counter killing. And since the counter is always focused around the block, if you can't block, then it makes no sense. I mean, countering is mainly attacking there at the instance of when it hits you, so with blocking. The animations were so good. When he would just counter shit. And brutal. Until Assassin's Creed 2, I haven't even thought about hidden blades as something like a weapon to attack, because I mean, in Assassin's Creed 2 you can use them to block, as far as I know, yeah, since Assassin's Creed 2. That was the main thing where I said, what? I mean, like this, your hidden blades are mainly a simple weapon. I mean, what? They are not that different anymore, except that you can obviously use them to jump on enemies and kill them. Actually, since Assassin's Creed, since what was it? Bloodline. What was the second one? Not Bloodlines. What? Whatever. Why is it different? Because, I mean, the sword was super good. I mean, there was essentially only a sword and the hidden blades, but the sword was super easy to control. You just need to time it right, obviously, but you could insta counter everyone, insta kill, as long as the timing was right, because the block was a super block, essentially. No one could kill you in Assassin's Creed 1 if you just held block the whole time. The main reason why the game was so easy. Because there was not the concept of dudes having a super big weapon and just going through your block. But that's also something which worked in the later ones. If they kind of lost the focus or put their back on you, you could just kill them, yeah, like an assassination. Maybe that's what you mean.
Give us the relic, and we will not spill your blood!
I mean, I haven't tried it in Assassin's Creed 1, but maybe it's the same concept actually. Because like I said, yeah, in Assassin's Creed 1 I would mainly use my sword. For everything.
Oh, well, look at that. Good. That was extraordinary. Well done. Who sent you? Was it Kition or Heraclius?
Assassin's Creed 1 was super easy, that's definite.
Myself out here, but we've shown them, haven't we?
Have we? What are you doing out here?
Are you joking, Neb? We are searching for the lost vault of the great Sneferu, the founder of the golden age of the old kingdom.
And how are we doing that?
Did they tell you anything before they sent you after me?
Remind me.
According to my research, Sneferu hid 3 artifacts in his pyramids. One in the Medum, his first and failed pyramid. Another in the Bent, whose design he obviously modified after the Medum's collapse. And one in his final masterpiece and tomb, the Shining Pyramid. I have one artifact, but those bandits stole another from me. You'll need to get it back for us.
Where was this?
They camp in the cliffs to the west of Memphis. You can find them by following the stream. Also, you'll need to find a way into the Shining Pyramid to get the last
Rex here also find everything by following the stream.
high up, but it's quite the climb. In my youth, I could have done it, but...
I will take a look. How many bandits were there?
all of them, I think.
All of them. What a nice... description.
This place is heavily guarded.
Don't even see a place. Wasn't I here before? I mean, I guess not, because the captain isn't dead, but...
Hey, what? What? You're not finished! Got him inside! Alarm! Over here! Almost as good as out with him now, right? You bastard!
What? What? I didn't see details anymore. Put me down here. Good idea.
Hey!
I should not be seen in this area.
I'll kill you! Get you!
Who did that? It's fucking running out of range. I hate it. Here we have it.
Hey, what? You must die!
You're chasing a wild hare with that fool. He's an idiot or a madman.
He said the lost vault he is looking for is brimming with gold and gems. We could be kings.
Bah! That artifact you took from him is a worthless.
How annoying he was.
Hey, what? You are finished. There! You are dead.
I hate it how, even if you get hidden again, you can't fucking. Oh, fuck you with your perfect, unblockable, block breaking.
You have far too much confidence,
Superb.
Gord.
I don't know why you aren't able to get here, but I take the Gothic approach. Yeah, it works.
This must be the artifact the bandits stole from Mercus. Strange thing.
Yeah. And what's going on? I guess Deba's not streaming, so you just found your way here again. Ah, chilling. Chilling is good. I'm in kind of this fuck this life situation where nothing was going on for years, and now I suddenly write some applications and all are sending me contracts and want me to work for them. Yeah, lurking is fine. Lurking is super fine. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Why is it also bundled? I mean, you know, it should be on demand. Job on demand would be nice. Like, I need a job. Here is one good job, thank you. And not like, I need a job. And they are like, nah, not now, and we can't, and then a few months later, like 7 people, yeah, for me please. And then you have to tell 6 others that they are actually a bit more shit. And you decided to work for someone else. It's this kind of social problematic. Of course, they didn't do anything wrong either. I mean, I actually don't even know. I mean, I guess I flip a coin to decide for whom I work, because there is no natural decision here like, yeah, they are shit and the others, or whatever. Or he's less shit than the other. It's really just... yeah, let's take him. What are other factors? Yeah, that's the problem. All of them do. I mean, I guess there are some factors like how how I would work for them, where the first one kind of stands out. The second one, on the other hand, is more like has a more weird payout structure, but has a more interesting project. I mean, there are factors you can take there, but I mean, it's not like one clearly stands out. It's more like you have to decide, okay, do I want a more interesting project now, or a better working condition in the actual execution of my work, which would be programming, obviously. And it's not that the other one is a completely shitty project, which is not interesting at all. It's just that the second is a slight bit, you know. Whatever. It's not easy. Yay, punchline. Where's the weight again? What do I actually want? Ah, I want to get up there. Okay, so I don't need a weight. I need to see where to put that other weight. Ah, there. Okay. Two? Should two actually be enough, or are there some more down here? Because I think I... Oh, wait. Can move that. Physics puzzle. Will you stop jumping down here? But yeah, I mean, the initial thought, obviously it isn't the worst place to be in. I mean, it's better than having no decision at all. Obviously. So what's that counter? Oh. What? Is that too high or? Why don't you grab that shit? Oh. Ah, I see. More weight needed. Huh.
must have some hidden. Munch.
Ah, wait, I see. Yeah, that's OBS. OBS is doing shit. What can I do? Wait, I just restart OBS. Actually, I wanted to do barbecue too, but